I said, I still gotta find an intro for this channel, but what is good, y'all? Hope you guys are doing amazing. Before I start this review of this movie, I'm just gonna explain exactly how all critiques are gonna go on this channel from here on out. I know I did a whole like rating system where I would do like, if it was a vampire movie, 5 things out of 5, but I feel like if I'm truly getting to the entire like just critiquing world and rating movies, I need to have like an actual like structured system as to why I feel certain ways about things. So I went as far as, I never even have my phone around me whenever I do videos and stuff like that, but I went as far as to make an entire notes section and make an entire just, I don't even know what it's called, but every time I do a video like this, it'll be basically called Cook or Cooked. You probably saw it inside the thumbnail, and that basically is saying, did the movie cook? Was it able to cook? Was it stirring the pot a little bit? Was there any cooking going on whatsoever? Or was this movie completely cooked? They burned it, they destroyed it, atomized it, it was the worst meal ever. And that's basically what every single rating system will be based on. And I have 5 things right here: script, acting, cinematography, heart, and art. Those last 2 are the most important to me. I'm not gonna lie to you whatsoever, because you can have a great script, great acting performances, great cinematography, but if somebody just doesn't have the heart into even making this movie, it just seems kind of like just a money ploy, or the art is kind of whatever. By art, I mean, in terms of a horror movie, I mean like the creativity in the kills, I mean the set design, I mean the gore, just anything that goes up under art. I didn't want to sit there and list every single makeup design, all that stuff. So anything art-wise, I'll put that under art, and those make up the 5 sections what I'll be rating every single movie on, because I feel like those can all go into anything. Script, acting, cinematography, heart, and art can go into literally any movie whatsoever. And that will make a total of 50 points. So totality, if somebody of course gets 10 on all things, 50. If somebody gets 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and they make like a fucking, I don't know what, 15 out of 50, and they fail the fuck as cooked. So I'll put it basically like anything under, y'all let me know if this is a good rating system, but anything under 25 points, cooked immediately. Don't spend your time watching it. You might as well just go and watch my review on it. And also, me saying this, I need to decide whether I'm going to make all these spoiler reviews or non-spoiler, or probably a mixture of both. Actually, I'll decide that right now. I'll do a non-spoiler part, and then I'll go into a spoiler part, so I don't have to make 2 videos ever on any of these movies, because some of these movies aren't worth making 1 video on. So I'm not going to spend time making 2 videos on it if it's not 1 video even worth of that shit. But let's go ahead and get started. So the homie Char Dog in the comment section below suggested a movie called Winnie the Pooh, Honey and Blood. I think it's called Pooh, Honey and Blood. Let me just make sure it's called that before I completely butcher the name of it. Pooh, Honey, and Blood. Let me see if that's actually, yes, it's called Winnie the Pooh, Honey and Blood. Best say less. So if you guys don't know, the rights for a lot of stuff went up to free use. Anybody who's able to use it, they're not owned by the specific person that made it originally. So that means anybody in the world could just make anything basically about those things that got released. I think it was like Steamboat Willie got released into like just free use land. Winnie the Pooh got released. A lot of stuff. It was a lot of stuff. There's a whole list that they released kind of that anybody can make anything on. So an indie director. This is a very much indie movie. For whatever reason, whenever I saw the trailer, I thought this was going to be like a Blumhouse. It looked like a really good trailer from what I remember. I remember seeing the trailer and it looked like an official trailer. So I was like, oh shit. But then clearly when I started watching the movie, I was like, oh, this is an indie director, an indie movie. You can kind of tell what movies have an indie feel to them just by just the camera quality, I guess is the best way to put it. It's amazing quality, but you can kind of just look and be like, oh yeah, it's definitely indie. It wasn't a huge studio that did this. So when I started watching it, I was like, oh, this is indie, let me go make sure. I looked up the movie, and it was like, yes, this is an indie movie that ended up just blowing up crazy. Like, this movie went super, I don't know if viral is even the word, but a lot of people backed this movie, and now there's an entire extended universe coming off this shit. Like, there was a part 1, I think part 2 is already out, and now they're making like Winnie the Pooh Avengers. Like Bambi's in there. Like it's all like it's called like a monsterverse. Like Pooh versus the Pooh monsters or some shit. Like I have no fucking idea. I'm just now stepping my feet into this. I have no idea. This the universe is new to me. I don't know, bro. But I started this movie with the mindset of indie movie. So as I told you, I'm gonna critique a lot of things differently. In one vein, we got the indie movies I'm gonna be critiquing in a different way, and then we got the actual like Leonardo DiCaprio, Christopher Nolan films. That of course I gotta critique those two different things, but this is my review for it. So, Cooker Cooked. For script, I have a 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. The script and writing and some dialogue just wasn't really that good to me. It seemed kind of clunky. There's a lot of just like cliche things that they were saying. A lot of just, of course, jump scares and stuff. Like she walked into a building at one point and was like, "Hello, hello," yelling loud as hell. And then she was like, "I guess nobody's here." And then like there was a jump scare, of course, of some man coming out of a door or something like that. It's just a lot of cliche horror stuff that people kind of have to add inside these movies, and it just felt it felt written to me. Like it didn't really feel like any of these characters would actually say these things in these scenarios. Like there's a lot of just weird dialogue that was kind of just like they would never say something like that. They would never do something like that. Especially the last part. Like there's a scene basically where this woman is inside the woods and she sees Winnie the Pooh for the first time, and he's literally like 70 yards away. Like when she's looking at him, he looks like this small in the frame of camera. Like he looks like he as big as fucking Snorlax right there. Like he's mad far away. So he immediately starts running at her, and she's just standing. And then she catches up to her like, "Bro, run!" Like what the? Like, I understand like if he was like mad close and he like caught her off guard and then grabbed her, but like he was mad far away. It was just like, what the hell? So there's just a few of those moments that are just like literally that would never happen. This woman was inside a hot tub and was taking pictures because she's like this Instagram user. They all got their phone taken away at the beginning of the movie, so I don't even know how she got her phone to even take these pictures. But she's taking it and she's looking at the pictures and she sees Winnie the Pooh in the background. And she like zooms in and is like, "What is that? Hello, who are you? Is it me out there?" And then after seeing them, like imagine you took a picture and I'm just standing in the background like this, and you by yourself outside in the woods, and I'm just standing there just looking at you in the picture. You're not staying there, especially if you're in a hot tub. Like you're not staying inside that hot tub. Absolutely not. Hell nah. And she just stays there and then turns back around and just you see Winnie the Pooh and Piglet both walk up, the lights flickering and shit. Like, bro, you're not staying in that hot tub. There's a lot of moments like that that's just kind of like they I'm not gonna say they forced the kill, but it was just like they clearly wanted the kill to happen right here, so we're gonna do it by any means necessary, no matter how stupid these characters gotta be. So I guess that's what it means. A lot of just dumb characters inside this, but it is a horror movie, so that's besides the point. It's not a terrible script. I have it at a 4 out of 10. That's almost halfway. And comparatively to amazing scripts, a 4 is, it's good. It's mid. It's a mid script. For acting, I also have it at a 5. Mid acting as well. It is an indie movie, so none of these people are going to be well known. None of these people are going to be big names, but the actors still, there's some points where they draw you out of the movie because their acting is just so entry level at some points. There's a lot of scenes like this actually. I'll explain it the best I can. So we never see Winnie the Pooh or Piglet run throughout the entire movie. They kind of, except for the part that I was talking about where I don't know why that's the only time he runs. But any other time he does like the Jason Voorhees slowly walk after you and stalk you scene. There's multiple scenes where a character will be watching the Winnie the Pooh or Piglet walk towards them, and they'll just keep speaking as Winnie the Pooh's walking towards them. So the best point I can explain this is like Christopher Robin is inside this movie. You guys haven't read the original Winnie the Pooh story. Christopher Robin is the kid that like hangs out with Winnie the Pooh and them. he leaves, and Pooh and them feel abandoned by him, and they start killing niggas because they go crazy basically without him. He comes back, and they make it their #1 target to kill that nigga and any human that comes into contact with them, because they just feel abandoned by humans for letting them starve and shit because he left them. But he's like cornered in between Piglet and Pooh, and for whatever reason, they filmed this entire scene. No, there's cuts, but like no cuts in like them getting closer. It's just cuts in them like changing the camera angle. They're both like 10 yards away from this nigga. As they're walking towards him slowly like this, imagine that slow ass walk. The entire time he's sitting there, Pooh, I'm sorry, you don't have to do anything, I promise. It's just one of those things where I had to leave, and you shouldn't even be doing that. I came back though, you trust me, you're still a good person. The entire, it's like a it felt like a 5-minute scene of that nigga just saying, he kept repeating the same phrases, he kept saying the same things over and over again, like he kept saying the same thing, and it's just like, it's so like, what the fuck is that? Like, what? Like, the acting is so just like, nobody's doing that. Like, you gonna try to fight at some point. You're not just gonna sit there on the ground and just speak for 5 minutes straight while these niggas are slowly walking towards you. Like, this, it might have been like a 10-second scene, but it felt so drawn out that it felt like a 5-minute scene. It was like, holy bro. I almost fast forwarded it because it's like, bro, you're gonna die. Like, you're not gonna survive this, but it's just one of those things, bro. Like, the acting is just, it's mid. It's not terrible. Like, it wasn't so bad that I had to turn the movie off. But of course, it wasn't a stellar performance either, because these are just entry-level actors, and that's okay. Like, it's okay to have, it's completely fine to have mid acting and a mid script in indie movies. And for me, my definition of mid is for when a black person says mid. Like, before the word got popular, black person. Like, now mid means trash. But back in the fucking early 2000s, 90s, mid just like, it was cool. Like, if you have some mid weed, it's like, it won't get you extremely high, but it's not trash. Like, it's cool. Like, it's cool. My version of mid means that. It don't mean fucking trash. When y'all niggas say mid, it means ass, don't watch it, completely terrible. When I say mid, it's just like, literally it means in the middle. Like, it's just not extremely good and not extremely bad. It's okay. It's cool. Cinematography, I have it as a 5 out of 10, but I was kind of like changing the numbers as I was going through this, and honestly, once seeing, there's a lot of really amazing shots inside this movie, really amazing shots, so I'll change it to a 7 out of 10. The cinematography in this movie, whoever the cameraman is, whoever the director of photography is, they really did their thing on this. Like, I can't really show the cinematography at all. Like, it's very well done. There's a lot of really memorable shots. There's a shot of him, I almost said woo because it was so good, but there's a shot of him, there's 2 shots I'm remembering right now. There's a shot of him standing in front of this car that's like on fire. That was really good, and a really amazing shot, especially thinking as an indie director, how you pulled that off is really good. And there's also a shot, there's like this scene, we'll go into the spoiler review now. Nothing's really spoiler before this point, but now I'll start talking spoilers since we're getting into cinematography and art and stuff like that. For cinematography, there's a shot where these 4 guys kind of like get out of these 4 like rednecks, get out of the truck to kind of like, you messing with these girls, we gonna beat your ass. They all like grab different weapons and they have different fucking just things to hit the nigga with, basically. So they start just beating them and hitting them and going crazy, but of course he's technically a bear, so none of this stuff is really gonna affect him like that. So after they get done beating him and realize they've done 0 damage to him whatsoever, there's this really cool shot of, it's not even an over the shoulder shot, but it's kind of like you're seeing like the back view of somebody like this, and like Winnie the Pooh is like 10 feet taller than the dude. You're kind of just like seeing like an upward angle of him kind of looking up at the, like, it's a really good shot, I'm not gonna put it inside. If you want to go watch it, please go watch it. But that shot itself was like, oh, this is like a huge thing that they're fighting. Like, until that point, you think it's just kind of like a regular sized dude, but like, you see all these regular sized men and he's literally like this, looking up at the monstrosity that Winnie the Pooh is. So that's a really good shot. There's a lot of really good shots throughout the entire thing. So cinematography is good. It's good. It's not mid. It's a good cinematography. I gave it a 7 out of 10. Heart. This is where things kind of start taking a turn on some real shit. The script was mid. The acting was mid. Cinematography was good. Heart, I gave it a 10 out of 10. You can clearly see that this meant something to the director. I don't know why. You can never really figure out why something meant something to certain people, but this clearly meant a lot to the director. This clearly seemed like a passion project. It didn't seem like he was trying to cash this in for money. He clearly put a lot of heart behind this, just strictly through the amount of great cinematography, great shots. The kills were good. The amount of effort that went into the kills were very good. Like, there was a lot of heart put into this movie, so I can't give it anything less than a 10. Like, that's the amount of work, and that it clearly was a lot making this first one. I don't know how the series goes from this point on, but the work that you put in making the kills look realistic, making the screams sound realistic, having dummies put in the place of people in the right moments. Like, there was one scene where, like, I really can tell, like, when it switched from, like, real to CGI to dummy. I don't know. It's a scene where he's, like, driving a car over this woman's head, and usually, like, the person stops screaming, you kind of just, like, can tell it's a dummy, and the car runs over the person's head. But the girl kept screaming as the car, like, was flattening her head. Like, it was like some, like, Final Destination level just CGI. Like, it looked, you could tell, of course, it wasn't real, but it looked real enough to be like, oh shit, this has to be a pretty good shot. This was a pretty good kill. So just, and there's enough scenes like that where it's like, yeah, this was, he loved making this. You can clearly tell. And of course, if I give a 10 to heart, and of course me explaining the kills and stuff like that, I gotta give a 10 to art as well. The art team went crazy on this shit. The gore looked amazing. The visual effects looked amazing. The CGI looked good. I can't really think of any bad CGI right now thinking about it. The set designs looked amazing. Everything that had to do with the art section. Winnie the Pooh didn't look terrible. Like, he looked like an actual man bear. Like, his face didn't look so off-putting you couldn't watch it. It kind of looked like, it reminded me of the art used for, like, The Mask, that old Jim Carrey movie. How you can kind of tell it's like, you can tell it's not real, but it still looks real enough where it's like, it could pass, I guess. Art team did amazing on this. 10 out of 10 for art team. Y'all did perfect. This movie, y'all low-key might have not saved this movie, but y'all made this movie a lot more enjoyable than it would have been with somebody with a bad art team. Like, if it was a bad art team, then this movie would have been, I wouldn't have gave it anywhere near what I did. But heart 10, art 10, cinematography 7, acting 5, and script 4. My dumb ass gotta go add all these together. Now, I didn't have a total score. Hey, in the future episodes, I'll put the total score. I'll make sure I have it. So 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 10 plus 10. We got a 36 out of 50, bro. So this movie did cook 1,000%. It wasn't cooked. It was a cool watch, enjoyable watch. If you got literally nothing to do one day, go watch it. I enjoyed this movie far better than I did Tarot. And Tarot, I'm still beefing with you. If you know, you know. I'm not gonna go into it because y'all might get this taken down. But if you know, you know. Somebody in that movie felt very hit, and I might go rewatch it. Being in film school now, I'm in an entire film academy learning about all this shit. I might go rewatch that movie and give it another chance, as like from the lens of somebody that's not just a viewer, from somebody that actually knows what they're talking about a little bit now. So, but that is Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend it to everybody to go watch it, but if you're watching this and you know you're interested and your interest is piqued, then go watch it. It's cool for a rainy day. It's cool if you're with a homie or a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever. It's cool to just watch and just kind of just enjoy in the moment, I guess is the best way to put it. But hope you guys enjoyed this. more recommendations in the comment section below. I'll look at the other video to make sure I can go back and see what other videos I can, or what other movies I can watch. But this was a very enjoyable watch, in my opinion. 36 out of 50. It's probably like a 70, a 69 or something like that. It's a 6-7 or whatever the fuck it may be. But go watch. It's a pretty enjoyable watch. I'll see you. Peace.